Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Wishing you a very happy family day. I hope all of you are doing pretty well. It is pretty cold out here, so yeah, hope you stay warm and stay safe. Let's dive into our first timeline, and there are a couple of questions related to PCC and like RCMP fingerprints and how you can actually send your documents. I'll be covering these FAQs towards the very end. And for those who are very first time visitor, I would like to recommend you to subscribe to this channel for more updates on all federal skilled worker programs, PNP, CEC, and then TR to PR pathway. This is the only active program, and that's the reason I'm trying to cover as many as timelines I can. And then once this IRCC would resume the draws under other categories, I will be covering all of them. Now, moving on to our first timeline. This is under stream B, where applicant has applied at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time Zone on May 6. He was able to link up and got the ADR. In 90% of the cases, there would be an ADR for police clearance certificate. Try to submit the valid police clearance certificate. And in case if it's already expired, you can always submit that with the confirmation receipt for the new one. And don't forget to attach the LOE, that a letter of explanation. And then you probably would get a couple of ghost update. Ghost update is basically a sign that the file or the document, whatever you have submitted, it's been uploaded. And that's how you probably would get a ghost update under your portal. Linking up the application is one of the most important thing one should do. However, if you link up the application before the receipt of AOR, this might delay the process in getting the AOR, but this would definitely not affect your application time period. Now, he got the PR confirmation portal on February 16th, and then he got the ECO PR on February 18th. And I would highly recommend if you could share your timeline so it can reach out to maximum masses out here. Now, this is from one of my subscriber. I have masked the name as requested, and you can do the same thing. He has applied under IG Stream on May 7. This is an interesting timeline because right now we are actively getting the rollouts for May 6th. In this case, he has applied at 9:53 a.m. Pacific time zone, which actually makes 12:53 p.m. Eastern time zone. So he got the AOR on February 15th. As I said, that this is one of the best, like this is the maximum they have reached out. The last time I've covered where IRCC was able to provide a TFN number to a candidate who has applied at 11:45 a.m. on May 7. So this is basically 12:53 p.m. So this has been stretched a little bit, which is a good news that IRCC is trying to cover as many as IG stream cases they can. In case if you haven't received any response, please don't feel upset because it's just a matter of time. And then he got the AOR on February 15th. As I said, he didn't got any ADR for IELTS, which means that he did not submit the TRF of IELTS at the time of file submission. So this is exactly a right time. You can raise the web form if you're watching this video. So yeah. Moving on to another timeline is May 15th under stream B on at 12:15 p.m. Eastern time zone. He was able to link up the application and then got the AOR on the very same day. And again, 90% of the cases would get through the same. Like you will get the AOR and then link up the application. However, if you're doing a vice versa, it might take a time, which means if you link up the application first, you might have to wait for the AOR. Again, it will not delay your processing. In this case, he got the PR confirmation portal and everything was through. And then he got the ECO PR, that was today, February 21st. Since it's a family day, of course, we are not going to work on this, on this day. But as you see here, that he has submitted the address, so ECO PR would be automatically generated. So it was probably would be released by the visa officer, during the time when he got the PR confirmation portal. Another timeline, just Noor. In this case, this is where you can actually see he has applied on May 14th under stream B, and he called up IRCC, on December 17th. They had provided him with TFN number, and most of you actually got through. And if you have any question regarding how you can obtain the TFN, the only process is you can call up IRCC customer support and you can ask for the TFN number. It's a long waiting, so if you are ready, just do that. And in case if you're not, again, you don't have to do it. After getting the TFN number, you definitely can raise a web form and submit any pending document. And this is again a way where your application seems to be on system now and anytime can be picked up by the visa officer. So after TFN number, it may take 2 or maybe 5 weeks time period in receiving the AOR, ADR, or whatsoever it is. In this case, if you see here, that he got the TFN, and then he received the BIL and ADR for PCC on December 17th. So actually the very same date has happened, and then he received the AOR also on December 20th. So he submitted everything in place, and then there was an when then there was an ADR for PCC. What he did is that he submitted the expired one. It's written out here. He submitted the expired one with the confirmation received for the new one, and that's how he was able to receive the Ethiopia. That was on February 8th, and now he's just waiting for the PR card. PR card usually take 3 to 5 weeks after receiving the ECO PR. So make sure that you update all the information related to your address and whatever is the status here. Moving on to another timeline is of Deep. This is of May 7th at 8:24 a.m. and that's again it's an IG stream. So this is again interesting because he got the biometric that was on February 21st, and now the application was also linked. So it was done today only. So he got the biometric, he linked up the application, and then he got the ADR for PCC and IELTS TRF. So biometric appointment, of course, been booked here. All right, so there are very rare cases which are actually around the same time period on May 7th. So IRCC is actively issuing the rollouts for May 6th at the moment. Another timeline is of Simran. Stream B, May 7th at 9:39 a.m. That's specific time zone. So here she was able to get the ADR for PCC first. That was on November 6th. And as I suggested you in many of my videos, that when you get the ADR, it doesn't mean that it's just done from IRCC. They can ask you for second ADR or third. So just be prepared. And when you get the ADR for say first document, and you think that there is some kind of documentation part still remaining at your part, so what you can do is that you can submit the required document, along with that submit the other pending documents and by raising the form. So you have to raise a web form to do that, and I have explained the whole process step by step in one of my video. The link would be in the description box below. In this case, again, the second ADR was for IMM 5669 form, and then there was a PR confirmation portal. Now, interesting thing is that he got another portal request due to technical glitch. So these things does happen. So in case if you get confused or something is fishy, I would recommend don't get panicked. Just accept it that there are technical flaws there. So yeah, this could happen in your matter. And then he got the ECO pay that was today on February 21st. I'm sorry, I'm still stuck with the January thing. All right, so timeline of Arbaz. So he has applied under IG stream. This is again interesting that May 6th at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time zone, which is like 10:30 p.m. Eastern time zone. So not everybody around the timeline of 10:30 p.m. Eastern time zone is getting through PR. But in this case, he got the PR approved, means the PR confirmation portal, not the PR like a PR card. So he was able to link up the application on January 11th, and then ADR for Schedule A, and then the PR confirmation portal on February 18th. He's likely to get the ECO PR in this week only, and then it should be through. Now, for those who have already got the AOR and got the ADR, I would highly recommend just wait for your turn. Don't get panic or perturbed with doubt that your application would be through in 2023, because usually it takes 3 to 6 weeks of time period after receiving the AOR. So all of you should get through by this year only. And I hope by December 31st, 2022, IRCC should be able to wrap up this program, because there are speculations, and I've covered the news also in the past, that they are going to process the application by December 31st, 2023. That's their target. But right now, this is the only program they have in mind, and a lot of things are still going on, and I will keep you posted. Now let's quickly cover the FAQs. PCC, as I mentioned earlier also, try to submit the old one with the new confirmation receipt along with the LOE. Whatever the document you submit, try to make sure that the LOE, mean the letter of explanation, should go in. Per se, if you have received the AOR and now you have traveled outside of Canada, make sure that you mention that in the letter, and then when you come back home to Canada. So that probably would not ask you, or that probably would not put you in a situation where IRCC would ask you for another PCC. So just submit the old one with the LOE, right? And the second one is that RCMP fingerprints is not a mandatory requirement for each and every case. If they ask you specifically only, then you have to submit. Otherwise, you don't have to do anything related to RCMP fingerprints. Thirdly, if you have the requirement to fulfill within time frame, like say 30 days time period and 15 days time period, and for some reason you missed that, I would recommend please submit that required document with the LOE. Mention that why this has been delayed, because a lot of times you don't get an information, you don't get an ADR from IRCC, and where you call up when you call up IRCC customer support, they would say that, oh, we've already sent you the request for the biometric, we've already sent you the request for PCC. So if you don't receive that in time, you definitely can mention that I was not able to view it or it did not reach to me, because this exactly has happened in few of the application, and it's very common. Now, if you have any questions, any doubt, let me know. But as I said, that when you get the TFN, just raise the web form for whatever the documents is left, and yeah, just relax. You will get through within this year. So yeah, all the best to all of you. And if you have any question, you can always write back to me. Till then, take care and stay safe, guys. Happy Family Day one more time.